For question number 16, we have our big story problem. The store sells about 50 of a new model of DVD player per month at a price of $140 each. But then they decide for each $10 they're going to decrease the price, that they will sell 5 more DVD players per month. They want you to figure out what they should charge to have a maximum monthly revenue, and what is the maximum monthly revenue going to be. I'm going to give you these two parentheses, which is a pretty lucky situation. You are selling 50 DVD players at a price of $140. When they're just written this way, it's hard to tell which one's which. You need to look for your dollar sign. And the dollar sign, being with the 140, means that this back one is going to be my price. And then the front one is just going to be the number I'm going to sell. So I'm going to go right over here right now, the new DVD price, and I'm going to put the parenthesis 140 minus 10x in there right now. And then the number of DVDs is going to be the 50 plus 5x. Remember that if you know how to use your calculator, you could put this in as an equation, y equals, and then type that in. Go to your table, and then scrolling down in your table, you would be able to find the x value that you could place in here from your vertex, and then your maximum revenue would be your y value of your vertex. But for this problem, we are supposed to actually continue and FOIL it. So we're going to FOIL this. 50 times 140 is going to be 7,000. And then multiplying the 50 times the negative 10x will give me a negative 500x. The inside of 5x times the 140 will be plus 700x. And 5x times negative 10x for the outside or last, I'm going to have negative 50x squared. I need to write this from high power to low power, so start with my negative 50x squared. My minus 500 and 700 will give me a plus 200x, and then plus 7,000. You could also put this equation into the calculator, look at your table along with this one, and see that your tables match up, and then that shows you that you are good at FOILing. Next, I need to complete the square to find the vertex, and this is a definite sad face problem. I need to take the negative 50 out of the first two terms. So factoring that out, I'm going to have x squared minus 4x, big parenthesis, plus 7,000. So I bump my 7,000 way out to the back. Half of a negative 4 is a negative 2. I'm going to square it. I'm going to add it and subtract it. And now I write my equation. You have to have your front a value, which, by the way, is negative 50 there, negative 50, and negative 50. My trinomial will factor into the perfect square binomial of x minus 2, the quantity squared. We need some glasses. A negative 5 times a negative 4 will be a 200. I put that out there, and that's my adjustment going with my 7,000. So plus 7,200. My vertex is 2, 7,200. And what this means is that I'm going to change the price twice for my x value. So LSD, don't do LSD, do LSX instead. 2 is going to be the x value that I'm going to plug into my parentheses up here for the number and the price. So if I put 2 into the first one, I'm going to have 140 minus 20 for $120 for the price. 2 into the next one is going to be 50 plus 10 for 60 DVD players. And then if you take 120 and multiply it times 60, you're going to see that you end up with 7,200, which is my maximum value. And since if I go back down to my graph, I had negative 50 for an a value That means that my graph is going to be upside down. I would have a max value, and my max value would be my Y value of 7,200, matching with my maximum revenue.